Your internet does not support streaming. Please reach out to your ISP.
What?
Oh, so I think I had a thingy on my thingy that said that thingy started.
You had a thingy on your thingy that said the thing has started?
Yep.
No.
I heard it.
Yeah, don't say that 10 times fast.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Are we started?
I think so, but I think my Streamlabs might be frozen. You're echoing, of course we are.
We can never get this right, Mary.
What the hell? Oh, there we go. All right. Mike.
Because that was the same thing with Tyga last week. You gotta go in there and check your sources to make sure that the mics are turned off, or like the desktop audio could be the only source of audio that's on besides your mic. I mean, dang it, we should have done this before. Yeah. I've got one I did. What did I turn off? Oh, you know what it is? Harry. It's gonna be because you're streaming two different desktops right now. You're streaming mine and his image, so that means you have two different audio sources coming from that. So now you have to go to the settings on whatever one like mine or his. I would probably do it on his, just because we won't have a guest like every single week. So go on his and click the settings and try to find a volume or a mute.
What's up, Andrew?
Hello, Andrew. We're on a podcast. Because you have mine and his screen share. Yes, and AOB. What did you do? Well, as soon as, no, it'll be that. Okay. I'm still waking up. I only had 4 hours sleep last night. I was in touch with the spirits, and I was out in a jungle costume running around the woods trying to find tribal meat to sacrifice. All the way up until like 3:30.
What did you find?
Hope and despair.
Sounds about right.
All at the same time. Well, whenever Habit talks and stuff, you're gonna probably have that echo. Again, the two screen shares, you're gonna have to no the two screen shares that you already have in the sources. The source, and then you have what source you have in the whatever it's called. And so you have Beth, and then you have me. As far as the screen share, you're gonna have to turn the audio off of one of them. You might have to just go ahead. They shouldn't mess. If it's just a label, it shouldn't mess with who's who or whatnot. Because you have your own mic. You shouldn't be going off a screen share for your mic. So there should be instead of should be properties instead of settings, maybe, or just the icon on the guest. Just click that and hide it. Probably gonna make his icon go away, but let's see if that makes the tech issue solved. Go to turn your mic back on. Yours is fine on.
Now the echo is gone.
So go to the guest and press the I icon.
Okay, I press the eye icon.
Now have it go ahead and talk and see if it just fixes it.
Yep. Let's see. Is it fixed now, or do I still got a little echo?
Is it gonna tell a story? Tell us about how your name came to be. Come on. In a rhyme and fashion. Everybody need to take a collector habit lesson. Ooh, let's go, baby.
Oh man, dude, it's too early to be freestyling. I'm just waking up.
Oh, okay.
Is it gone, chat?
We're all good now? Looks like we're
Kyle
all
is
good.
saying it's good, and I think we might be good.
Yeah, so you have two different audio sources that's coming through on the
That's so
desktop
weird.
audio.
It's so weird.
So we'll have to play around with it because we basically you had multiple. Like I was on there with two different mics essentially,
Got you.
and Habit was on there with two different mics
Got you.
until you turn one of them completely off. Then it's fine.
Yep,
Yeah.
that'll happen.
Well, the thing is like I fix it every time, and then we come back in and it's changed again. And
You never fix it. It just sounds a little bit better.
yeah.
Promise, because that's what happened with Tyga.
Okay. Well, cool. We're good now. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's crazy podcast. And everybody, please welcome Habit, Collector's Habit.
Hello. Hi. What's up? How's everyone doing?
It's fine. 2 mics, 1 ALB. What is Alec talking about now? All right. Well, Habit, do you want to tell us about yourself?
Oh man,
He's
where
talking
do
dirty.
where do I start? Oh man, yeah, Alex definitely talking dirty. Oh man, a little bit about myself. Oh man, so basically a little Pokemon creator based here in the KC area, just like this guy to my left.
Wait,
And
what?
we do all sorts of things on this on our channel. We give stuff away. We open cards
You're
just like everybody
here
else.
too?
Yeah. Oh man, dude, I think I'm like real close. I mean, I don't know. I've heard there's a lot of creators here in the KC area, but yeah, I'm one of them. So we just have fun, and at the end of the day, it's all about a good time, making memories. Can't ask for much else.
That's right. And you have your own shop.
I do. Yes, I also run, a little bit of a small business, you could say. We have our, online shop, collectorshabit.com if you want to, get on some good deals. I sell singles, slabs, my own little mystery packs, although I'm taking a pause on those for right now. But, we're doing our
Because
best
you're
and
reimagining them. You're reinventing.
yes, exactly. Well, you can't reinvent
Reimagining.
the wheel, but you can always reimagine it, right? And that's what I think we're doing.
Yeah, I like
I,
it.
I'm a big
How
fan.
has Go ahead,
I
Mary.
said I'm a big fan of the mystery packs. Huge fan, and
That's
an even
awesome.
bigger fan of your wheel.
Yep, that's something new, just trying new things and just trying to put something out there that's a good deal for people, something that's a low cost entry. That way, folks don't feel like, they have to purchase anything, but if they do, they're not going to get, just like the dagger in their wallet, where they feel like they're spending too much money. They can still get something
Like
really
my
nice,
wheel.
not spend a lot of money.
I like it.
My wheel is opposite of habits. When you spin my wheel, literally instead of like wheel on a dirt road and dirt kicking up, it's literally just shreds of money just kicking up.
How do you say that? The money shredder.
Yep. So how has inflation impacted your store?
Oh my goodness.
Because
So,
you've been doing this for you've been doing this for like 3 years, haven't you?
well, so I started in 25. I really hardcore started going in 25. 24 I did some like experimental stuff, but I never really sold anything. So my first orders didn't come in until, early 25. And then back in September of last year, I actually formed, as an official business, my own, LLC, my doing business name and all that good jazz, all the boring stuff. And so inflation, oh man, I mean, where do you even start with that? I mean, it's pretty much covered everything, right? From, the shipping to honestly the packs themselves. I have noticed that the more I try to deviate away from, English, the more problems I'm running into, right? And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that. Um, so
Mm.
yeah, I mean, it's been impactful all around, right? It's forced me to increase prices, which I don't love doing, right? I mean, that's just one thing that it kind of goes against everything that I like to do, which is not charge a lot of people money. I could still be profitable. I just don't like it when, it feels like I have to gouge people because I end up with a higher overhead.
Mm. What was
Of
the
course,
process
and
like to set up your LCS?
Oh man,
I'm going to be
so
doing that here
that's the
pretty
dream,
soon.
right? Everybody's dream, right? LCS. That's the goal eventually, brick and mortar, right? Just having a nice little case full of all the goodies and stuff. Truth be told, like
Of course,
it's
I
really
did that.
not a difficult process, right? I filled out
Oh,
a couple of different forms, right? Couple with the federal, one with
I
the
don't know.
state, and it was really just
All
as
right, I
simple
got you. Thank you.
as it's really just as simple as, just figuring out everything that I needed. I had a couple people who were really experienced in business, like close friends that I grew up with, kind of helped me along the way and kind of helped steer me, away from some of the stuff that it's really easy for, new business owners, new entrepreneurs to kind of fall victim into, you know.
Elaborate.
Oh, so like there's a lot of yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad you asked because I think you're like pretty close into doing this, right, ALB? So, one of the
Oh,
things that you
I'm
one of the
edging it.
things you're going one of the things you're going to find is if you're trying to start a small business is you're going to find a lot of services. In fact, because you're listening to this podcast and I've just told you about starting a business, you're probably going to get ads from places like oh, I don't know, Zen Business. There's a couple other ones out there, but what they'll do is they'll offer to, basically fill out all the forms for you. All I'm going to tell you on that is you can make your own decision, right, at the end of the day. But I would highly recommend doing the research before handing over a bunch of money to places like that, because at the end of the day, they're going to try to make profit off of your lack of knowledge, right? So the more you do your research on, For example, filling out your own articles of organization, filling out your own, form to get an EIN, filling out your doing business name, all that good stuff. They're going to charge you to fill out this stuff for you, but all I can say is definitely try to avoid that stuff if you can. Do your research, fill out the forms yourself. It's not hard. You just have to kind of do a quick couple of Google searches, and yeah, you're off to the races.
Sounds like I'm going to be taking you out for dinner. Am I right?
Yeah, candlelit, no less.
Time to
No less.
have it so you can buy the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the news
Welcome in,
emphasis
Min.
now.
I see, just really quick, I'm going to run down the list of people that I see here. We see Lele, welcome in. Gangsta, of course, always. Alec, wouldn't know what to do without you. Jordan, just Greg. Let's see, Metin. I don't know if it's Metin or Metin.
It's Matin.
It's, welcome in, everyone. Deli is here. Andrew, Lolo. Good morning, everybody, and welcome in. Just
At least
Greg
I'm
says,
my
have it.
biggest
Can you
laugher.
add in South Africa to your shop country list and the rand to your currency list because I can't pay for my cart?
Well, it kind of just depends. So Shopify, so it's interesting. So Shopify actually has it to where you can't ship to certain countries. And so like there are some that I can turn on and off, right? So for example, like in the European Union, there's this ruling, the General Product Safety ruling, and it requires that as a small business or any business that you have what's called a responsible person. So someone living in the EU, that if anything is to get rerouted with your packaging, it goes to this person, they translate it, and then they ship it to the final destination. So I don't have that. So because I don't have that, if anything were to happen, those packages would get lost. And so I don't actually right now ship to the European Union. I hope I can change that eventually, but all that takes is just knowing somebody that lives out there and having a good trustworthy relationship with them, and hoping that they don't do you any wrong, and you can just kind of continue as normal. As far as the rand, I don't know. I would have to look into it, but I'll do that for you later.
I mean, we know Chris in the EU.
That's true. That's true. And I actually didn't really know Chris until just recently.
I see a Bluebeard partner here.
No, Chris.
As much as we all want to think that he's in Australia.
Right.
Broly says, do your research and call the state business hotline for help.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. It'll save you a lot of money, and yeah, I could not agree more, Broly.
Oh, Broly? Hey, Broly, I need to pick your brain on the shipping thing. Because I want to do shipping separate like you do. Thank you. Love you a lot.
I see PBQ's come in here. Good morning, PBQ. Good morning, Broly. And Matt says, you don't see me. And I can see him waving his hand in front of his face.
Who? Matt? Who? What, Matt?
He said, he says, you don't see me. And I said, I can see him like waving his hand.
I know, but which Matt?
Fat Matt.
Yeah, I don't know that person. Sorry. He's been El Loco and El Gano for like a week ago.
El Wico, yeah. He's been out there fishing for baby sharks. Do. Sorry.
I like this past Sunday, I was on stream and I had a moment of weakness and I was just like, Fat Matt. And then I just kind of sat there in like hopelessness and disparity because I was not getting like a response back.
Oh.
I felt lost.
Did you feel abandoned?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Am
Let
I a
it
good
Well,
out.
actor?
so, Al, I'm curious. What keeps you going when you're doing those really long, 6.5, 7 to 8 hour live streams? I mean, does it get to a point where, you got a Rockstar or a Monster Energy by your side, or is there some trade secret that's going on there behind the scenes?
As long as it's not midnight, I'm good. And it's just because of my ADHD brain.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, and then a lot of times it's chat, coming up with different things, and I'm feeding off their energy, and that helps. They're like a little seed to the brain. Just chat
Yeah.
rolling and being able to pick their brains because I'm just taking a bump. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's about what
Yeah.
like. How long is your normal stream?
Oh man, my normal streams, I mean, my average is anywhere from 2 hours to 5 hours, but I'll be honest, if you tune in and you watch, every Sunday or every Tuesday, um, after about the 3 hour mark, I feel like my
Yep.
energy kind of degrades a little bit no matter what's going on in chat, no matter what's happening. And I'm just like, man, I need to step away, but I don't want to step away. And I think that's, just an issue that, I'm trying to get 1% better every time at. But yeah, that's just one of those things. Now, I don't do the energy drinks and stuff like that, but I've heard, others like, hey, just have like, nice little rain or a
I
rock star next to you and you'll be good.
if you ever like if no one ever does like okay, I'm sorry, I gotta try to figure out how to phrase this. Like outside of the circle of YouTubers, people don't realize like, yeah, you're essentially yourself doing a stream and everything, but you still have to put on that show personality type of thing, and bring energy to your streams and stuff. And so it does take a lot out of you.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, every Sunday, I host a nice little Pokemon giveaway game show. You guys probably know it. It's called Let's Make a Trade, and essentially, that is my sort of little itinerary. Everything that I want to talk about, everything that I want to showcase during the live stream, it's all going to be during that first, 2.5 to 3 hours during the stream. And then after that, that's sort of when, like, the itinerary has run dry. It's like, okay, now we've
You
got to
know,
improvise, and I've noticed and realized over the, past,
of course,
years that that is something I'm trying to improve on, the improvised bit of it, because that's when you'll
yeah,
find some of the most entertaining, content on the platform.
yeah. Mine's all the entertainment part of it's all just for the moment. There we go.
Well,
Thank you.
$100 gets you to improvise pretty well.
I wonder what 200 does.
Oh man, or 300. Whew. We're in a whole
Broly
nother
says he
league at that
starts to
point.
wear down after 12 hours.
Oh, that's a short stream for you though, Broly. I'm talking like a miniature stream. Think like 6 hours. I mean, that would be the maximum. I think the longest I've ever gone in a live stream would be my 1K celebration. I think that went on for almost 7 to 8 hours. And
Jeez.
that was just such a huge deal for me because that was one of my first goals on YouTube. Get a reach and get that 1,000 followers or subscribers. And once I hit it, I'm like, all right, what now?
How we're millionaires. We make all this money off of YouTube advertising and stuff. We're all well off now.
I
Right.
know, I know. I can't wait for this Sunday to make $1 off of ad revenue. Oh man, it really helps with the inflation.
Yeah. So if there's any people that like doing or wanting or inspired to do YouTube, I fully encourage anybody to do it because it's such an avenue of just self-reflecting and fun times and a community of being able to make your own like art essentially out of your streams and stuff like that. But if you're in it for ad revenue and money, the ad revenue side of it literally will get you a pack a month. It'll buy you a pack.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
hard.
depending on how often you stream, right? I mean, you're getting like Perfect Order or Chaos Rising. You're not getting no Ascended,
We're
right?
not
I
monkey
mean, you're
ranking. We're not going on every day. That's for sure.
yeah, especially, right? I notice a lot of the creators in the space, myself included, and as well as the two lovely co-hosts of the podcast here, they like everyone in this hobby seems to work a 9 to 5, and this is kind of like the back burner. This is the afterthought, right? This is the man. This
Wait,
is
you
the
guys
work
work
away
9 to
from
5?
work.
I
Well,
mean,
technically, it's like 8 to 6, but I mean, who's counting, right?
As I'm working right now while doing the podcast.
as am I, technically.
Right.
Oh yeah, well, I think we all are right now. Let's go, baby.
Conveniently, the 1 week that I'm able to join and talk with you guys, I'm off. So,
Oh, you're off?
out.
Oh no.
Yeah, he said he was on
Yeah.
vacation. That's
Go
why I'm
back to
like,
work.
hey,
Clock
but
in. Clock in real quick. We gotta make this official.
Right.
Just go ahead and grab your card, do a little swipey swipe with your computer or whatever that you do, and then, you know.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Can you turn your volume down a little bit? The echo is back.
Well, Alex says the
Uh-oh.
echo is back.
Which is weird.
Echo.
It doesn't like anything.
Echo.
Oh. Oh, yeah, there he is. All right, hold on. What about now?
What about now? As your ears have just now found out.
Are we good now?
No more
I don't know.
echoes.
That's probably
No one's
fine now.
talking.
You gotta talk if we want to see if there's an echo, guys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hi.
I think we fixed it again. Golly, gee whiz, and I didn't touch anything, I swear to God. I did it with my mind.
Your PC did it.
Yep,
Probably.
Streamlabs does that. Don't worry, it's a bug, or I mean a feature, not a bug. Whew, man, almost slipped
Yeah,
up there.
right. Stinking Streamlabs.
Streamlabs is always having something that you need to fix.
I mean, it's crazy.
But it's the most like all together like platform, but then it's also like everything's held by like peanuts and like what those log homes that you build when you're a kid. Pretty like that's what it feels like. So if somebody barely touches it, it's gonna fall over.
Matt said, the golly gee whiz killed me.
Oh my god.
I try to go light on the language when I'm live, but if y'all know me at all, you know that I was a sailor in my past life, and I don't always have a great filter.
Say I was
running these sprinklers real quick. So
Oh, do
give me a second. I am. It's freaking hot. I feel like I'm in an oven or Satan's butthole. One of the two. Oh my god, that's cold.
Oh my gosh.
So tell us about some of your games that you play, Habit. I really like your games. They're unique and fun.
Yeah, I mean, so the origin of that stuff, I mean, one day I sat down after a live stream. I was looking kind of like at what, people were saying, right, in the VOD, and you can go back, you can look at your live chats, and you can see what people were saying, and a lot of people were really happy with the old format of streams. And so that was the perfect opportunity for me to say, all right, how can I screw this up? No, I wanted to kind of make this live streams fun, but not just for the audience, right? I wanted to have fun streaming myself, right? It's like at the end of the day, I'm trying to do this to have fun, make some good memories. So then, I was looking around and I noticed a lot of people were starting to do game shows, right? So a lot of folks, like there was someone out there, and oh man, forgive me, I don't remember the guy's name, but there's a guy doing what's it, Deal or No Deal. There's somebody doing the Wheel of Fortune. There's the Al was doing like the battleships, and I'm like, Man, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just need something to kind of, you know, bring the entertainment back, at least for myself, right? Because if I have fun with it, it's going to be easier for other people to notice that and then have fun as well. If I'm not having fun with it, it's going to be real easy for people to notice and be like, man, this guy stinks. Like he clearly doesn't want to do this right now. Why am I even here kind of thing. So the games, um, I kind of just took kind of a combination of what I noticed other people were doing well, but what they weren't doing well, and kind of improving on that. So, I noticed a lot of people were doing, value, pack battles. Okay, the better pull, the more valuable card is the winner. It's like, screw that. Why don't we take the HP values, right? So then, we started doing HP battles. Haven't looked back on that. Um, but we still have, value-based games, right? Like the higher or lower. That was just something where I'm like, okay, we can do like a step ladder kind of format. People will be interested in it, and especially the folks that are participating, right? Because they'll have the chance to win some just amazing stuff, right? Um, and then define the whatever, right? Sometimes it's fire, sometimes it's ditto, sometimes it's, back in the day it used to be called Quaxley. It's like, that was just kind of one of those like mix and match type things. I shuffle it on the screen and it's not a big deal. But more more importantly, I mean, it's just about, just having fun with it, right? So the more creativity I can put into those games, the better. And once I had like a winning formula, I'm like, I can't deviate too far from this. So that's why you see like the weekly, seasonal format, that kind of thing. So it's back, but just fair warning, there's only 12 episodes in a season. So we're on episode what, 5 next Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're almost halfway through the season. So if
Oh
you haven't gotten a
no.
chance to catch any of the episodes yet, definitely get in on it because it's a lot of fun.
It really is a lot of fun. And I did pin your channel to the chat. So I would love to see if any of you guys have not been to a Habit stream, please, please join us on Sundays. It's I think 1:30 Central,
Yeah,
and it
1:30
is a
Central.
lot of fun. And it's a good time. Just come hang out.
Yep, and we don't just do giveaways, right? Obviously, like we touched on earlier, I do have a shop, if you ever want to, unleash that inner degen, rip open some packs or buy singles or anything like that, or wheel spins at this point. That's there as well. But we also just have, like general discussions and stuff, right? I mean, I know this past Sunday we talked about, the new split stadium card that is coming out with
Yes.
what's it in Japanese? Is it Storm uh, Esmeralda or something like that, and we're gonna see it as Delta Rain in English, and we were talking about that and how there's so many cameos on the new Pokemon cards, and it's just, oh man, it's infatuating, right? I mean, just seeing all the baby evolutions, right? Um, just plastered throughout the artwork. It's amazing. So yeah, we have those discussions as well. So it's always a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think Pokemon's just trying to they're trying to get back at everybody for degenning so much. They're like, here, now degen. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed I thought that was pretty strategic yesterday of the news to come out about the 30th anniversary products, but at the same time, the queue at the Pokemon Center was up,
Uh-huh.
and you could get, if you were lucky enough, you could get your hands on some Pitch Black, which comes out next month. So I was one of those fortunate, folks to get in there. I actually ended up getting myself a booster box and a couple of bundles. That
Yay.
is a rarity, and that's how you know it was available. So if you
Yeah.
were there, in the queue yesterday, chances are you probably got something. I actually wonder, is anyone out there in the chat right now, did you guys get anything from the Pokemon Center drop? I know they usually happen right when I start my first meeting of the day, and that's why I never am able to get in on them.
Well, then you got lucky with your vacation week then, man.
I sure did, right? Yeah. And Pitch Black is going to be one of those sets. I think it's going to be, just interesting to open, right? These smaller sets really kind of put into perspective, right? They're one to one with the Japanese counterparts. They're easy to complete.
Yes.
There's good artworks in them, and they're going to be available everywhere, it feels like.
And if your OCD allows, you can binder them together, the Japanese and English.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. And that's something I've started doing recently. I used to do one language per binder, right? So
Yeah.
now I'm kind of mixing it up, right? So I have my Perfect Order and my Nihil Zero, and then I just put together Chaos Rising yesterday. We'll probably put Ninja Spinner in there at some point, but not right now. And Pitch Black will probably have Abyss Eye if we can find a box. I heard they're starting to, creep down a little bit. Less than
Hey,
$100 sounds pretty good to me.
yes, I just put a link in Smokymon's Deals and Steals chat for a $90 box of Abyss Eye
That's pretty
from,
good.
can't remember the shop. But yeah, $90 for Abyss Eye is huge at this point because I've been seeing prices anywhere from 100 to 130. I think when they first released, I was seeing 150, which is crazy,
Hmm. Yeah.
you know. But if you want to open Abyss Eye at all, that $90 a box is a steal. So go get it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, especially with I don't know to what degree of truth, but the residency requirement for boxes in Japan, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. I don't know if you guys know more about that, but I've heard there it's going to be a lot harder even if you are a resident in Japan just to get your hands on a booster box. I mean, it's
That's
already
crazy.
hard, but uh, you know, based on what I've heard, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be impossible, right? You're going to have to submit identification, and then there's a chance they still tear the seal off of the box because I had a buddy who went to Japan last year. He brought me back a box of Heatwave Arena, and sure enough, they ripped the seal off of it. But it was a sealed box. But he called me and said, "Hey, I hope you're okay with this. They took the plastic wrap off of the box. Is that going to be a problem?" And I said, "Well, no, as long as they didn't open, the cardboard little strip on the side of it." He said, "No, no, it looks fine. From there, they just took the plastic wrap off. Like they didn't make a tear in it like they normally do. They just trashed it." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." We ended up getting what? Oh man, that box I ended up getting a Yon Mega special art rare. So I was really happy because that
Oh
was a
boy.
gift, and I was like, hey, that's how you know they're legit, right?
That is awesome. Yeah, Jordan just said the $90 Abyss Eye on Smoky Deals and Steals today. Yep.
Yeah, I'll
I bet
definitely
he
have
saw the
to check
same.
that out.
Yeah, I bet he saw the same sale that I did. I feel like it might have been from like the collector store or something. I don't remember. Um, I should have went ahead and picked one up, but I did not. I do want to open, I think, one more box of it before I start looking to buy singles, but it's one that I feel like we might need a master set as Daddy looks at me all crazy because he knows I get crazy over master sets. But we were fortunate enough to get the Darkrai, so that's
Yeah,
half the journey right there.
yeah. No, you guys are awesome over there. You guys complete so many sets and have even sent me some stuff to help
Oh,
out with my master sets. So much appreciation for that. Thank you guys. I mean,
absolutely.
it's incredible.
I I feel like a stalker when I'm like watching your videos. I got to rewind and see. Okay, yes, you need this reverse. No, you don't need this one. And yeah,
Mhm.
but
And I
that's what
I
I like
know
doing for other people. Like I like knowing what you
yeah.
need for your set, so I can like send you this stuff. Because like, what else am I gonna do with it?
Yep,
So
that's what I noticed, right? Like it's not just one person, right? It's multiple folks. If Mary knows that you're missing a card and she knows where you're at, you're probably going to get that in the mailbox at some point, and that's just, I mean, it's beyond generous. It's amazing.
well, like I said, I just really enjoy. Oh, yeah, it was collector's store. Collector store. Yeah. Hey, baby ice. Good morning. So yeah, whatever you need for Nihil, or if I haven't sent that to you yet, let me know. Or
Hmm.
whatever it was, Abyss Eye.
Hmm.
I don't know. I got it all. And I will be as soon as Al and I get together and can come up with a game. Maybe you can brainstorm with us too. I do have 4 base set collections that I want to give away for the podcast. I have the Nihil, the Abyss Eye, Perfect Order, and Chaos Rising. The whole base set, EX is included. With I think like maybe an IR, a full art, a trainer full art. You know, there's a couple extra cards to go with each one. So that will be
Wow.
coming very
Yeah.
soon.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Do you have anything in mind right now for what you're wanting to do as far as a game? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different routes you can go.
Yeah, I have no idea. I am not creative in that sense. I'm like, you know, go back to the classic wheel.
Yep.
So make it a question game. If you can stamp the panel, if you can stump the panel, you get a prize. That's actually cool. I
Oh,
like
that
that
one's
idea.
nice. Yeah.
Stump the panel.
Alyssa, I'm missing a lot of slabs for my slabs binder master set. I need help. Oh my goodness.
A lot of slab binder master set. I can't
Right.
even
Yeah.
imagine.
I mean, that just sounds like it would weigh a ton. I mean, man.
It's like one of those you have to carry on your back and then, you know, hope that you can carry it for more than 2 feet.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a requirement, right? You have to bring it to every single event, every card show, every card party, all that good stuff. And you wheel it around on a cart, and it looks like the Manhattan skyline, but with slabs. And
The Manhattan skyline.
oh
So,
my goodness.
so you're also going to be at Card Party in Dallas.
In Dallas, yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. September of this year. Card Party 4. We're on the 4th one, right? It's hard to tell because he has so many of them. Man, that is going to be so much fun. I mean, I've been going to them since Card Party 2, and
Wow.
man, what an experience. I mean, you just can't ask for better organization. Now, can it get chaotic at times? Yes, but I think if it's a show that doesn't have some little bit of technical problems or chaotic at the entrance or what have you, then I don't know, maybe something's fabricated, maybe everybody's robots. But card parties, definitely, if you haven't been to one of them and they're near you, highly recommend it. It's so much fun. You meet a lot of amazing people. In fact, I met some of the folks that are in the chat at Card Party, and yeah, you just can't script the interactions any better, right? Whether it's a creator, it's just somebody that you've been talking to on a Discord or someone in a live stream chat. You never know who's going to show up. I think that's also the amazing part of it. You just never know who's going to be there.
So what are you going to bring with you to Card Party?
Oh my goodness. So I've been kind of thinking about this for a while now, but so of course I have to bring, a camera, right? I have to bring my rig, my equipment, so that I can record all that nice B-roll. But no, probably going to bring a good chunk of my collection, and I started doing this last year. But every time there's a big show or something like that, I'll always bring some of the top, like maybe some of the top 50 slabs or cards or like, sealed, etc., that I can bring with me. I'll bring those with me to the show because oftentimes, and I made this mistake in Orlando with Card Party Generation 2, and um, there was a gentleman who had a binder just chock full of SIRs. I mean, we're talking 151, Twilight Masquerade, Temporal Paradox, like everything, right? And he was looking for, oh man, I can't remember exactly what it was he was looking for. He was looking to complete Twilight, but he had duplicates. His duplicates were of things like he had two Greninjas, he had Cornerstone masks, and he had the Wellspring masks. He was missing the other two. Well, I have the other two. Well, had them, and I just didn't bring them because I was like, oh, nobody wants this. Uh, man, he was gonna do a 1-to-1 trade with me for the Cornerstone mask for whatever I wanted in the binder. Luckily, I had the the green one. Oh, I forget what the green one's called.
Teal.
Mask.
Or,
Teal Mask, right?
yep.
Yeah. So he ended up trading that to me, or I ended up trading that to him. I brought that, but not the Cornerstone. He traded his 151 Zapdos SIR for the Teal Mask Ogerpon,
Oh my
and I
god.
would have gotten a Blastoise had I brought the Cornerstone Mask. So obviously we know which way 151 went since then, and so uh, I'm not saying I won the trade, but damn, that was a nice trade. So that's definitely something I'm gonna bring with me, right? You have to bring some of the stuff. Maybe you're not willing to let it go, but if there's something that you're looking for, and they're like, "Hey, I'll accept the trade." I don't know. Sometimes that's just a difficult choice you have to make. What do I give up versus what do I really want in my collection?
Right.
Otherwise, oh man, probably going to be bringing this sweet Zekrom slab with me as well down to Dallas. Probably if you guys aren't aware, oh man, PSA made a little oopsie on one of my submissions. Well, actually, it's my first card that I've ever submitted.
They never
But
do that. What are you talking about?
I know they made a little whoopsie poopsie. No, it's clearly a bad card. I sent in through Josh's cards a Zekrom special art rare, right, to PSA, and I was really hoping it would get a 10, and unfortunately, the card stinks. No, it came back as a 1, but it is the cleanest one I think that you will ever see, and I have a couple videos out about it. Actually, going to put maybe a couple more this week on the channel. So if you haven't seen it, man, check it out. It is truly an anomaly. But I'm thinking of getting some sort of like a slab guard, but a chain attached to it, kind of do like Logan Paul style with the Charizard.
No.
Just kind of wear it around my neck at card party in Dallas because I just think it would be, I don't know, it's just such a unique piece. I mean,
Oh my god.
let's see.
Logan
Yeah,
Paul.
that, but yeah, that's what comes to my mind, right? I mean,
Yeah. No, I mean, and it was legitly a one of one.
one of one of one, right?
I know.
It's crazy. It is crazy because it's worth so much more than a 10, but it's a card that means a lot to me because I pulled it out of my first God pack, and you know, but what I think happened is maybe a typo. So it's most definitely a 10 quality.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah. And you never hear about PSA making good mistakes. This was a good
right?
mistake.
Yes,
Hi,
Oh
absolutely.
no,
Lee.
that Hitler Pikachu was pretty good, I think.
The what?
The Hitler Chew?
Yeah, did you guys hear they deactivated the cert number for that?
I don't
Oh
think Mary
man,
knows. Can you tell her about it?
No. No, I don't. I mean,
yes.
no.
Yeah,
It's
so
funny.
I don't remember the gentleman's name, but on Instagram he kind of showcased this slab. It was a common Pikachu card. Oh, forgive me, I don't remember the set, but he took a Sharpie and he kind of like put a dot on the Pikachu's face, and it was like underneath the nose. People called it like a Hitler stash kind of thing, but
Yeah.
um, PSA graded it and gave it a 10, and it had a
No.
cert number, and you could look it up, and it was there. And just recently, like I think this is like maybe as of a couple days ago, the slab has been, or the cert number on that slab has been deactivated because it
Wow.
was technically an altered card, right? He put a dot on the card that's altering it technically, and so the guy made a video a couple days ago. He said, "PSA, I'm calling you out. Why did you deactivate this card? You graded it as a 10, but earlier in the video he says, that he submitted an altered card." So it's like you kind of answered your own question, but it's
Well,
not my
and the
case.
fact that they missed it, how do you just miss a dot? Like on a, I mean, so we already know PSA uses real people to grade cards.
Yep.
And I've talked about it before. Like I watched a video a while back. They literally spend a minute or less grading each card.
That is just insane to me. Like, how
Yeah,
can they have 12 million cards in their backlog if they're only taking a minute or so to grade the card? That's
that's a great
wild.
question. And yet that's what, like, I can't remember who who put the video out, but he was interviewing an old employee of PSA, and he was talking about they take a minute or less, and it's all about making their metrics, at work. But yeah, anyway, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
An interesting one, but
Chris says, how many hollow-backed cards are there in the world? One guess each. I'm gonna guess one. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna guess one.
I'm gonna guess
Well, if you're
one.
taking the ancient Mew, and then that's hollow, but then you have the one that I own, which is the Trade Please promo, which is a Cosmo Hollow. That would make two.
Oh, well, there you have it.
Holy cow. Well, I guessed one because the only one I've seen is the one that Al shows off every time someone's about to hit something big.
Yeah, that's the
Hey,
one
have
I've
you
seen.
guys seen this card?
I don't have it right now because it's getting altered right at the moment.
Oh,
Don't
you
get it
you mean
graded.
it's that it's in storage, right? Yeah. Not altered. Yeah.
It's getting
2 is
altered.
correct. 2 is correct.
2
GG's.
is correct. Okay.
Al.
You
Morning,
didn't stop
Rafa.
me, so you didn't win.
Man, see, this is the kind of trivia stuff that I don't know. I'm not great with trivia.
Yep. That's why I don't introduce it on the show, right? There are a couple of times when it's almost slipped in there, right? Oh yeah, let's have a trivia about the Pokédex or something like that, something easy. And, then you kind of realize there's a lot of people that like the cards, but the knowledge is kind of not there. So trivia might not be the best thing for everybody, right?
Chris, do I win? You didn't stump us, Chris.
I mean, I guessed. I don't think I was stumped, but well, it's up to you.
I think Al took that win for us.
All right, there you go.
Man. So yeah, like I said, you have a lot of great games, and I really enjoy playing them. And I always say, I know I've said it before, like I feel like you could be a game show host on the Game Show Network.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I do my best. There's a really important thing to kind of take away from that is just kind of go in whatever direction you want to. There's going to be folks that are going to kind of go against the grind, and they're going to try to make you uncomfortable, and they're going to crap on you and do whatever, but you have to just kind of bottle that up and just throw it away, right? Don't
Yeah,
pay attention to it, because if you listen to that, but then you don't listen to the tens of hundreds of people that are telling you, every month or every year or every week that you're doing a good job and they really enjoy, what you're putting on, then I don't know, maybe you're not putting like your priorities in order. So I always cater to those that they have the actionable feedback. I rarely pay attention to the comments that um, are just negative, right? And they don't offer
right.
anything. I always say it's better to, if you're going to criticize someone, you'd ought to provide a solution, right? I can't just go to someone and say, wow, your stream sucks, but then not offer them any tips on this would make it better, right? So at least then my negativity is met with, or my criticism is met with actionable feedback, right? And that's something I think a lot of new creators need to kind of just have in their mindset, in their wheelhouse of, there's going to be folks, you're not going to make everybody happy, and that's okay, as long as you're having a good time doing it, and there are people that are enjoying it. That's all you should care about.
That's right. And and I do see that. I see, some creators that just get so down when they get a negative comment, and I've seen it really put some creators just down and out completely. They get some negativity and they take it personally, and they don't accept the positivity, from everybody else, and it
Yep.
just kind of takes them. And it's really a bummer because some of these creators are amazing, and and they just let that one person. But there's always going to be someone in the audience that's carrying negative feelings around with them everywhere they go.
Yeah, and that's
And
mhm.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear. There's a huge helicopter flying over our house right now.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
yeah. Uh,
Oh, geez.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Okay.
we do
Oh,
have some of
goodness.
the big military choppers that fly over sometimes, man, and when they fly over, it's like you can feel it in your stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was in college, our town was next to Whiteman Air Force
Leavenworth.
Base, and yeah, every time they'd, want to do their training, all you'd hear was just the planes and everything just kind of whizzing by, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, thanks. I totally needed to wake up at 6:40 in the morning for, my classes and stuff. Yeah. Thanks."
They like to fly over here at like 10 o'clock at night,
Yep.
which is fine during the summer, but come school time,
Well, yeah, and they like to ramp it up, especially during finals week, and it was always like, could you pick a different day to do this stuff? Come on now.
right? No doubt. No doubt. But yeah, I mean, I think, and that's part of the reason why I love this community so much is there's, you have your people that carry around the negativity, but for the most part, everybody here has been so positive and, supportive for each other that I think it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't, go a day without like hearing from somebody trying to like, inspire you, or, at least, try to make your day in a little bit. And that's something I've been saying in my live streams recently, right? At the end of my live streams, I always tell someone like, hey, I dare you this week, go say something nice to somebody. It doesn't matter if it's, your parents, a sibling, your children, your neighbor, coworker, or somebody online even, because, the chances of them hearing something nice from somebody else during that week, surprisingly, pretty low.
Yeah.
And so, we have like just an amazing community here on, YouTube, and um, that's one of those
I
things
can
where it's
tell
like,
you,
okay,
I
channel
can
it.
tell you, it's 100% amazing. I tell you, it's so great.
It's
I
huge.
can't do it. It's
There's no
huge.
community like it. It's the best community, in fact. Quite frankly, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Nope. You are right. So what do you like to do outside of Pokemon? What are your hobbies and fun things you like to do?
Oh my
Heroin.
goodness.
Oh, you
Yeah.
weren't asking me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, totally. Right. I mean, like it's the '80s, right? No. Man, outside of Pokemon, outside of work, because for work I'm a software engineer, so I look at screens pretty much all day. So anything I
Even
can
I
do
get
to kind
headaches.
of, anything I can do to kind of escape that. Pokemon is a great way for me to do that because I'm looking at cardboard and not on a screen, and so that's a great, segue for me to just, pick something up that, doesn't put too much of a strain on my eyes. I do love to travel, although, I mean, you know, traveling ain't cheap, but that's, it's one of those things. Anything I can do to get out of the house. I usually need a pretty good reason to, because again, most of the time I'm cooped up inside, with work, or I'm working on something for the channel or the shop, or, you know, but yeah, anything that I can, just kind of do to, just to escape, right? For some people, that's video games, right? For me, it was video games for a long time, and
Oh
then
my
I took
god.
up, I took up things like bowling and stuff like that. But I don't know, these days, just anything that kind of helps me, just find peace.
Yeah. So do you work remote? Do you work from home all the time?
I do. Well, nowadays I do, right?
Yeah.
At first I was, going in the office, but yep, these days 100% of my job is done remotely, and yeah, if you're able to, if you're like looking for a career transition, definitely if you're able to find something remote, stick with it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It'll drive you crazy sometimes, but what job doesn't drive you crazy?
Good
Just
point.
being able to stay at home, kind of take care of stuff, can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, I
Oh,
understand
man.
the remote.
Sorry, I was breaking the silence. My bad.
I I worked in the office for a long time, and then whenever the company I worked for closed, I transitioned to another company doing the exact same thing that I was doing before, but I am now 100% remote. And it was rough for a minute, like just being home and not being around people and not having an office door that I can close and
Yeah. Mhm.
but I also worked in an office with a bunch of people that I really enjoyed being around.
Yep. Yeah,
So
it's hmm
it's like
yeah.
working remote, you're staring at the same four walls day and night. You literally bring your work home with you.
Yep.
So
I
it's
know.
it's a different kind of work environment, but I think if you can definitely get over living in your workspace, then it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can separate it, right? Because
Yeah.
and that's one of those things. So anything I can do to separate it. So like right now, my desk, it's all set up. It's like my little studio for when I go live or I make videos or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or whatever, right? But um, and I tell my friends I talk to on Sunday, the night before I go in, for my my job on Monday, and I say, man, the toughest thing that I have to do is take all of the ETBs and all my little dittos and all that stuff and just push it to the side, pack it up, and then put my work laptop on the desk, and now it's all bland and but um then right around like 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm like, all right, well, time to do something else, literally anything else.
Yeah.
So like I said, Pokemon's a huge part of that. So it's a segue, and I think a lot of people feel the same way, right? And that's why, when you have situations, you go to the store, you can't find anything, you're like, God damn, like I just want to rip something open. It's better than other habits, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Although it's similar too in the same way, but
It very much so. I mean, I tell people, yeah, I'm gonna go get some packs, and they're like, you smoking? I'm like, no, 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 no. Surprising though the number of people that get confused on that. Nowadays, not so much, right? It feels like everybody's into Pokemon now. Mostly the
yeah.
card games, but it feels like there's a lot more eyes on it now. It's hard to tell how many folks are there because, they enjoy it and how many folks are there because, it's a quick check. I mean, and it does make, right? It does make money,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Al likes
wow.
to go out and do physical labor, back-breaking work.
Yep.
Yeah, back breaking. Yeah. Break my back in the office chair that I have because it's old. Need
Oh
a
my
new one.
God. Yeah, I have to go buy a new office chair soon because like there's a spring dead center of the seat that broke a while back, and I'm like, I'm kind of getting tired of sitting on a broken spring.
Right.
But
No.
it sucks
Makes
because like I
sense.
I managed to snipe this one out of the old office, which I
Hmm.
initially sniped out of a conference room, and it's been with me for a hot minute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, just rotating around. Like I had a new chair for a while, then it, just I bought it on Amazon. They sent me a faulty one. Like one of
Oh,
the legs like wasn't, welded on all the way. So, the moment I put it together, it just kind of fell apart. And I've just been using the backup ever since. And I'm like, man, there's a reason this was the backup and not the primary. This thing stinks. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh.
wow.
You can
So
hear it
what?
in my live streams.
It's not. It's
So,
nowhere near as loud as mine, I'm sure, because I've got like, yeah, you guys can't hear that. But anyway, Matt Gooch gave me all kinds of hell for it one day because it was squeaky every time I moved.
mhm.
But it is what it is. Um, so as far as collecting, like I see, you go live every Tuesday or just about every Tuesday and show your binder builds. So would you say you're a master set collector or a
Ooh,
combination?
master set. Yeah, I'm definitely more on the combination side of things because I know a lot of folks that they just collect raw cards. They don't like slabs, right? So I'm definitely in the combination part of it. I like completing master sets, but it's also not something that's gonna, eat it. Oh, sorry, eat at me, and cause me to lose sleep kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? It's for a while, um, Shining Fates did that to me, and you know, I would go on, like I used to work, at Walmart, and so of course, your boy knew when the restocks were happening, right? So I would just go on my break, just buy a load of whatever I wanted, right? When Shining Fates came out, I think I was buying an ETB just about every day, right? It was not cheap, yeah, but I had no, true responsibility like I do now, right? So I mean, yeah, like that's nice and all. It's nice to be able to do that stuff, but I realized that lifestyle was just not sustainable. And I ripped so much of that set, and all I wanted was the Charizard. Why did I want it? I truly couldn't tell you. Charizard's not one of my favorites, but I wanted to complete the set, and I knew that if I pulled the Charizard, the rest of the set wouldn't be so expensive. And what I
Right.
realized is, damn, I was wrong. I ripped like thousands of dollars worth of Shining Fates products at retail, by the way,
Oh
and
God.
I didn't pull that Charizard until it was just one random night. I was just so pissed. I was like, I had a bad shift. I used to work at the sporting goods section, and you know, um, if you're unfamiliar with what that looks like, just think of like hunting and fishing crap, just everywhere. And the people that would come and visit, I mean, they were like, colorful individuals, right? They'd all have some sort of issue, or they have something to complain about. That's the thing about working retail. You always work with somebody, or you always encounter like a customer or client, someone's always got an issue, and you're like, damn, are you ever having a good time? Like, so I was like, yeah, I got off my shift, bought one of those like Shining Cramorant boxes, and in the first pack was the Charizard, and I just freaking exploded, just tears, happiness. I was like, oh, I could finally stop opening this stupid set. And ever since then I realized, I could just open, a little bit of it. Hopefully it doesn't balloon into too much. Like the most I'll get for myself now is a booster box, and that's it. Most
Hey,
of the time, it's not even that.
that stupid bird brought you the luck.
Yep,
I love that stupid bird.
I know. And it's one of those cards. It wasn't even, the nicest card that I had pulled at the time, and the the Sleepy T-Tar would have been my first, but
Oh my God.
yeah, that shiny Charizard was like, man, everybody on it online wanted that, and it was just, yeah, it was crazy. Just pulling that, and so, but I thought back and I was like, man, I don't remember just how much of that stuff I opened, and so I can't imagine what my channel would have been like if I had started it back in 2019 when I first started, getting back into this stuff. Oh my gosh, there would have been so many videos just out there, me ripping Shining Fates, getting pissed off. It would have been a whole different story, right?
What pissed you off more though, Shining Fates or Perfect Order?
Oh, Shining Fates. Definitely Shining Fates. Perfect Order is a great set in my opinion because it has just a lot of underrated art rare or
Yeah.
IRs, art rares, whatever. Shining Fates though, it was like a tease, right? Like it was Charizard or bust. It was, you got a baby shiny, but was it a good baby shiny? And then, the one redeeming factor is it had the Dittos, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, had the Ditto cards,
And it's
which those are
interesting that
starting.
like
Hmm.
everybody loves baby shinies. It's so funny. Like I am one of those people. I love baby shinies. I have to have them all. But Shining Fates was one of those that we actually completed, but I did have to buy that Charizard. And that was probably at the time when I picked it up, it was the most I'd ever spent on a card. And it was
Yep,
like $130
yep. These days, I don't,
compared
I don't
to
think it's doing much as far
no.
as as far as price goes. I think you can still pick it up for a good price. I don't know, maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
But I,
it's
I
yeah.
was literally shaking when I bought it. But I was very excited when I did finally buy it, and we did end up mastering Shining Fates.
Now, when you purchased it, if you don't mind me asking, did you purchase it from TCG Player?
No, no, I picked it up at a show here locally. And I shopped all over and I found a couple of them. But I walked over to this guy's table and there was like nobody there. And I looked down and it was right in front of me. And I'm like, holy shit, there it is.
Yep.
And like,
Yeah.
before anybody else gets over here, because everyone, was clearly rushing to go buy this one Charizard, I'm like, give it to me now.
Oh
And
my
then
goodness.
I literally I bought it and I ran over to my husband. I'm like, look, oh my god, I bought it. I mean,
Yep.
that was like 6 months
I'll
ago.
be right back, guys.
Oh,
hmm
okay.
Well, there he goes.
Typical ALB. I'll be back.
hmm
But I was very excited to complete that set. And
hmm
now I've got Paldean Fates in my sight again, and I don't think I'll ever complete that set.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. Ved
But
brings up a really good point. Yeah.
you
There was just so
pulled
much.
you
Mhm.
pulled the Bubble Mew.
I have. I pulled it twice actually.
Oh my god.
So the first time I pulled it, I actually damaged the card a little bit. Because I held it in such a way that the card kind of bent a little bit, and it had just the slightest curve on the bottom right corner of the card. And
Wow.
then I pulled it a second time during the 1,000 subscriber celebration stream, and
Oh man.
I gave away a Charizard tin, the Shining Charizard with the 5 packs of the Paldean Fates in it. And one of the packs, the person who won it, yeah, they had a Bubble Mew in one of the packs, and I completely lost it. We pulled a lot of cool stuff in that stream, and yeah, the Bubble Mew, the Charizard, the Iono, the oh, what others? The Nimona. So yeah. Oh, the Gardevoir, but I pulled that off camera. So all of the Paldean Fates SIRs, I either pulled them or I bought them. And the Bubble Mew, I mean, that's huge right now. I don't know how much it's going for right now, but it's going for
Oh
quite a lot.
yeah,
So
I don't even know what it. Now I have to look because we're of course missing the three big ones, you know, and that's going to be one of those things that I don't think maybe
yeah,
eventually maybe eventually we'll buy the Bubble Mew, but I'm probably gonna end up trying to find one that like mod play or something crazy.
right. Yeah, get a binder copy for sure. Oh
Right.
yeah,
Oh
what?
yeah,
How much is
it's
this
over.
one?
It's
Yeah, six
almost
hundred.
$1,100 right now.
Oh my goodness, dude. So you're telling me I could get a nice little, rent payment out. Just got to give up a Bubble Mew. Okay, good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's sitting at $1,085 right now. Gardevoir is sitting at almost 206, and
That's
Charizard's
insane.
sitting at 333.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I pulled that Charizard in the video, I actually did a Jason Bourne edit where the guy's like, "Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne," but I recorded myself just saying Charizard and I put that over the voice. So, oh man, I just love doing little edits and stuff like that. Maybe I'll bring that back on a stream or something, just have that as like one of the little clips, but man, that Bubble Mew, every time I see a Bubble Mew, I always think about that 1K stream, and it's for kind of the wrong reason. So some of the folks maybe that are watching, but maybe I've told you about this already, but that Bubble Mew that I pulled in the 1K stream, that is actually the one that I have in my possession, not
Oh.
the one that I pulled in my video originally back
Oh.
in 2023 or 24. Yeah. Uh, I don't know how it happened, but the person who won the Bubble Mew, I screwed up and I sent it to the completely wrong person. And I sent basically, one person had the Bubble Mew, another person had just a bunch of singles, and their packages got swapped. And so I put the label on the wrong one. The good news is I was able to work with that person. They sent me the Bubble Mew back. But before I even got confirmation that it was being sent back, I took that personal one from my video and I sent that. I sent a bunch of packs of like Shrouded Fable, a bunch of single cards like Crown Zenith and like Silver Tempest and all that stuff. And I sent that off to the guy who actually won the Bubble Mew.
Wow.
And so I had 0 Bubble Mews for a while, and then the one from the 1K stream finally came back, and everyone got their winnings. It was all sorted out. It's one of those things like I owned it immediately. As soon as the person reached out and said, "Hey, Habit, just letting you know, I didn't win a Bubble Mew. Not sure if this was a mistake." And I was like, "Holy crap, yeah, it was." And I took care, right? I paid the person shipping. I gave them like some extra stuff. I mean, it worked out in the end, but yeah, that Bubble Mew from the 1K stream, that's the one that I have. And
That is
yeah.
amazing that you were able the fact that you were able to own up to it right away shows your integrity.
Yeah, because the last thing I want is for people to feel like, like they're getting, lied to or their time wasted and stuff like that. Because a lot of people say with giveaways and stuff, well, with giveaways, it doesn't really matter because they didn't pay for it. But the truth is, they spent time, the person spent time. And, I
Yeah.
always kind of make jokes, I say stuff like givey goblins and stuff like that. But the reality of it is there are people who watch and while they didn't pay for anything they spent their time, right?
Yeah.
And so that is more valuable, right, than the currency. So I don't know, I want to make it right in those ways. So anytime there's a mistake or something like that, I always try to own up. But that actually inspired me, to just change my whole methods and how I ship things and how things are organized. And I don't know. We haven't missed a beat just yet. I mean, the only thing that'll ever happen is maybe the post service will, quote unquote, lose mail. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they've
But at the time, yeah,
the postal service gets me. But yeah, no. I like I said, I really respect that in you, that your integrity and just being able to stand up and say, "Oh my God, I made a mistake, and this is what I'm going to do to fix it." And you went above and beyond to fix that one mistake, and it all worked
yep.
out in the end because you were upfront about it. Honestly, I feel like that was a karma moment, and it all worked out.
Yeah, I mean it's come full circle, right? I mean, there's folks who know about that situation and they still watch my live streams. In fact, 2 people that were involved in that situation won something in my stream on Sunday. The
Wow,
same thing. So I'm
that's
like, I
awesome.
I messaged the guy who got the Bubble Mew by accident, and I said, "Man, it's crazy. You and the other person won on the same stream again." And the guy was like, "Yep, at least there isn't a Bubble Mew on the line this time." And I thought,
Nice.
"Yep, you're right." At the time, that card was roughly $180, by the
Oh
way.
my God. Oh,
So
that makes
I
me so
was like,
proud.
"Oh yeah, I'll just go buy another one." And then the next year I was like, "I'm gonna go buy another Bubble Mew." And then the next year I'm gonna go buy another Bubble Mew. And then now I'm like, "Dang, it's expensive. I don't want to buy it."
Yeah. Bed was just saying he had one stickered on his table at $1,000, and people were not going for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't know if maybe anyone else has noticed, or maybe you've noticed, Mary, but when you have high value items, I mean, it's more difficult to move them to sell them to others. But
Yeah.
what I've noticed is like everyone's taken advantage, right? Of oh my gosh, this card's just ballooning in price. Everybody's got to get one. Oh my gosh, like it's $1,000, it's 2,000. But you have to think about the clientele at the end of the day. How
Hmm.
many people are gonna be able to drop a grand, right, on a bubble meal? I just don't know.
It's an
Um,
investment, is what it is. It's not just a throw around the cash and, oh yeah, give me my card. It's a true investment. When it starts getting up into that price range,
Absolutely. You,
it's
you have to make like really difficult decisions, right? You know, do I buy a little less groceries this week? Because for some people, it's if I buy this, I have to sell it immediately. Because
right,
if they don't sell it immediately, then they're out of that money, right? So
right,
I don't know.
exactly.
Like Sealed product is kind of the same way. Once it gets up to a certain amount, it's a lot harder to move it. You're going to end up trading it more than you are like selling it. You have to find, it's very niche, right? You have to find someone exactly who's looking for this stuff. If it's not appealing to the masses, it's going to be harder to sell or get rid of.
Absolutely. And really quick, I'm going to take a side quest here, and I have to shout out XVed because he's been very invested in our Perfect Order master set, and it's because of Ved that we have the Gold Zygarde and the Mega Starmie SIR. So I have to say that I very much appreciate Ved for everything he's done for us and helping us out on that master set. And he's been amazing. So thank you so much.
Hey, shout out Ved.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
So, but yeah, some of these cards, there's definitely some cards that are, those bigger cards like that I just know that I'm not probably ever going to own. I want them, but I don't know if I'm willing to go to that extreme to own them.
Yep.
The one set that I do want to complete is Crown Zenith, and of course, all we have left are the big ones. So
it's always like that, though. It's
ugh.
always like that. Speaking of spending big money on cards, Al and I recently participated in a little budget challenge, right?
Yes.
So we took $50 each and we spent it at Collecticon, and the goal was to put together 9 cards on a single binder page, but using only the $50, right? And exactly 50, no more, no less. Al, how'd you go about? Because you found some really cool stuff. I don't know if everybody has seen your page yet, but I mean, how'd you go about it? I mean, I thought you did a great job. You got some really cool vintage stuff. I mean, what went into all that?
Losing.
Hey, I'm gonna step away and I will be right back.
I'm so bitter about it, but in the end, you made a great video and everything. And I didn't have a clear mind as far as like a direction, as far as a story driven goes to it. There was no purpose besides getting something from different sets, different eras, and piecing Pokemon a great page of art onto one page. And it was just us going together in a friendly competition to show that the main point was to show that you could still get, awesome stuff, and it doesn't have to break your bank. You don't have to look at Collecticon or any card show as like, oh, I'm not going to go because it's just all too expensive anyways. Because I guarantee you, my page that I got is really freaking good, and I loved doing it and put it on and being able to show and display that, and give hope and a little shedding light to vendors and being able to make deals and showing the positivity in the community that we are. So
Yeah, because exactly. I mean, yeah, and your page. I mean, I liked your page. You had like 3 cards on there that I was just like, how in the world did you make that happen for less than $50? I think there was like an Entei and a Rayquaza, and I can't remember what the third one was. But yeah, it was just incredible. I was like, oh, holy crap. I had a feeling you were going to go vintage or mid-era, and when I saw your page, I was like, damn, did great. Like, holy crap. And, I, yeah, there's great storytelling in mine, but, and if you look at the pages, I do think you put together the better page, and I'll go out on record and say that, right? And I said that in my streams, and, for the next time though, we got to get some more folks involved with it. And in fact, I encourage you guys watching, or anyone else who's interested in going to any of those shows. They're gonna seem intimidating, but yeah, bring $50 with you and try to put together a binder page, 9 cards using only the $50, and or you can stretch it or shrink that budget or the rules and kind of just make it your own thing. It really is a great experience. It's a fresh way to experience a card show, and for a while I was bringing lots of cash with me to Collecticons and all the other little shows, and it's like because you never know what you're gonna find, and you can still do that, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a goal in mind, the money's gonna burn a hole in your pocket, right? I mean, you've gone to plenty of these shows. You've even vended at shows. I mean, what have you noticed, like with the behavior of the people coming up to your table, right? Are they big spenders? Do they want to find deals, or they're looking for niche things? What have you seen?
I mean, there's always various kinds of people. Kids always trying to swindle you out of your hard-earned trade-ups on your side. Because I mean, if you think about it, the vendors are just grown-up, trade-up people. I mean, that's essentially what they're doing. I don't take away from kids doing the trade-ups and all that stuff, but because that's how I view it. But
Right?
it's been,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's just it's been evolved ever since the big boom, and it's taken a lot of fun out of it because there's a lot of seriousness and negotiating and all that stuff more so than people just coming up looking for a card. Now it's
Yeah.
deals and and all that stuff that people are wanting.
Yeah. No, it makes total sense.
Mm. Where's Tyga? He vends all the time too. I don't know if Tyga's back in the
Haven't
chat
seen
or
him
not.
yet. No, I haven't seen
Yeah.
him yet. He's probably working though. I did get my tiger mail today, which was amazing.
Pokey girl Jessie Raid, yo, let's go.
Yay,
Hey, welcome
Raiders.
in, guys. Welcome in.
Yo,
Welcome
let's
in.
go.
There you go.
Oh man. Um yeah, so I think like part of my problem when I go to trade shows is I don't really go with a goal in mind most times. The last one I went to, I did go with a goal in mind and I accomplished my goal and then I spent more. But
Hmm.
I that's my
I mean,
biggest
that'll
issue.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah. I mean,
Marry with
I did
money,
that.
spend it?
Yeah.
Nah.
Al knows me better than anybody. I'm like, hey, I need that card. How much you want for it? So,
Hmm.
but
I mean, that'll happen. Yeah.
yeah. So I think it's definitely important, and I like that is that you have to go with a goal in mind. Like, don't go with 10 goals. Go with like one or two.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's why I
Yep.
always end up coming home with
Exactly.
you know a stack of randomness. But I always
Yep.
like part of my big thing with trying to master set stuff is it's always the reverses that end up getting you in the end.
It's always. Yeah.
And it's not often, at least I found it's not often you can find anyone with that kind of stuff at a trade show. Every now and then you'll find a vendor that's
Hmm.
got a box of bulk that you can go through, but it's hard to find that kind of stuff at the shows. So I end up spending way more because I need that card. That's a nice full art. I don't have that, or a nice IR or whatever.
Hmm.
So, but I always bring my trade binder.
Yep.
Always bring my trade binder.
Yep, and even if you're bringing stuff that maybe you're not entertaining offers, you don't want to get rid of, it's always a good idea to bring that stuff anyway,
Mhm.
because you never know just how your mindset is going to change the moment you see something maybe you've been chasing for a while, or
Yeah.
something that's high dollar and you're like, I don't want to spend that kind of money, but I'd rather have that than what's in my collection. Then, you know, you never know how that stuff's going to change, your attitude on that. So it's good to bring that stuff. And in Dallas, I'm gonna bring, right, the Zekrom slab, obviously, but some of my top slabs and my whole cases and stuff that I have of just you know higher value cards. And because you never know, right? I might find somebody that has the Korean Ditto promo that I'm looking for, and I may end up with one of those. I don't know. I'm just
Or
saying.
a random Tops Chrome Ditto.
You never know. You never know.
I was like,
Oh my goodness,
oh my
yes.
God, I
And that,
literally about had a stroke. I'm like, ow, set it aside. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, my
yeah,
God, this is going to be like $100 card.
yep, yeah, and that's just, that's something that's kind of quickly become like a little identity for me, just, Ditto's not even my true number one favorite. He's actually my number three, but, you know, I don't see anybody really kind of attaching to anything kind of the same way that I do to Ditto, right? So
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
thing is on stream, I always try to have like as many Dittos as I possibly can without making it look kind of ridiculous. Now we're getting kind of crowded. I don't know. We might have to do like a total drama island. We might have to kick some off the
Oh,
stage, but I don't know.
total
We got to make room
drama
for the
island.
new and improved.
Oh my God, there's a new game idea for you. Total Drama Island. Now,
Yeah,
who do
the
we kick off
audience
the island?
votes off which Ditto do we kick off, and then oh, you know what? Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta bounce again, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
So what is your number one favorite Pokemon?
My number one favorite is Alakazam.
Really?
The spoons.
The
Yeah, I
Spoon
know.
Man.
You
Oh
never would have
man.
guessed it. The number two is Dialga.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
So
you're just giving
yeah,
me ammo, bud.
I'm all over the place, right? So the Dialga Hollow in the Binder Challenge video, I have that card, but it's smoke stained. Grew up in a smoking household.
Sure.
That's why I don't do it. But that same Dialga card I had in my childhood collection, and so when I saw that, it's funny. I made the mistake of telling the vendor I was doing the challenge and what I was going to do. And I asked him if he could go any lower on it. It was actually going to be for myself. It wasn't going to be for the binder challenge. And then he said, "For your challenge, I'll do 10." And I was like, "Oh crap, now it's got to go in the binder." So that happened, and now I'm just like, yeah. So that's one of those things that I got that card when I was, just a wee lad, and it was one of my favorites. And of course, played a ton of just Pokemon Diamond growing up and Heart Gold, and so a lot of those you know abstract stuff I kind of got attached to because it was an escape, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, I would have
yeah,
never guessed that.
Alakazam though,
Now
yeah,
the Alakazam I probably could have guessed, but Dialga I would have never
yep,
guessed.
yeah. So the Alakazam one's interesting because I don't really tell a whole lot of people about this. So of course, like growing up, I played a lot of the mainline games, Pokemon games on the Nintendo DS and then the 3DS. And one of the things that I got early on was a shiny Abra. It was actually my first shiny. And in order to get an Alakazam, you had to trade your Kadabra with somebody. And I didn't have a second DS, so I had to trust my buddy to not steal my Alakazam. And yeah, I just ended up playing the remainder of the game using a shiny Alakazam, and it was always a part of my team. I would transfer it to every game thereafter. And yeah, it was just one of those things that quickly became my favorite. It's probably for the wrong reason, right? But when you encounter a shiny Pokemon in the game, it's like finding, like you're opening Paldea Fates and you're finding a shiny. Although it's a lot more common in the packs than it is in the game, but you can make the comparison there if you want to. Um, so yeah, that's one of those things. And then Dialga, of course, I picked it out when I was a kid. It was like, okay, do you want Diamond or do you want Pearl? And of course, I was like, oh, I want the blue one, So,
Oh, I want the blue one.
and so I didn't even know how to say Dialga, And then I learned some people pronounce it Dialga, and I'm like, tomato, tomato, right? I don't know. I just like the Pokemon. It's ugly, but it's perfect.
I love Alakazam. I don't think he's ugly at all. Like I love the spoon aspect, and I love the magic aspect, and it kind of fits
Yep.
right into my whole I guess motif, you know?
Oh, and anytime an Alakazam card comes out, I'm always like, yep, I'm on it. So I own like the Radiant Alakazam from Silver Tempest. I own about 300 copies of it. Not even exaggerating. There was a time last year where it was like 50 cents, and I told my buddy and I said, "Dude, we should buy out TCG Player for Radiant Alakazams." So Sorry, guys. I'm part of the
You
reason
are
why
the
it's like
reason.
$2 now. I'm
You
sorry.
are the reason.
But there's a little notch if you go back a year on the near mint graph, and there's a little notch where it increased. Yeah, that might have been because of me. I'm sorry, but
Oh my
I
gosh.
told people to buy it at less than $1. I told people. I mean,
I
and
feel
I've shown them
obligated
on
to send you
stream.
all of my Radiant Alakazams now.
Oh, they're a commodity. They're gonna be a hot commodity soon.
Yeah,
All the
I actually
radiants,
do
yeah.
in my trade binder, I do have a page that's got probably 6 or 7 Radiants on, maybe 5, I don't know. But I was like,
Hmm.
I am kind of getting a nice little chunk of Radiants here that that could be used for trade eventually. But
Hmm.
you never know. Like I always question, like I have this massive binder of nothing but EXs.
Yeah.
And I'm
You're
like,
like, what do I do with it?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, what do I do with it? At one point, I send it out big time at I think it
Hmm.
was the same show that I bought that Charizard. And,
Hmm.
dude's like, yeah, I'll just buy a bunch of these because, we'll sell them for, 50 cents or $1 or give them away to the kids, whatever. But I ended
Hmm.
up making enough out of that binder to buy that Charizard and still have almost $200 left.
Oh wow.
So now I'm back up to a fat full binder again. And I'm like, well, here we
Hmm.
go.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
are those EXs, in 5 years down the road, are they going to be worth like $5 a piece, $3 a piece? Yeah,
It's
never
hard
know.
to say. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, look at the Pokemon V from Sword and Shield era. Some of those are up there. Um, I don't know that it's hard to say. I would assume so, right? I
Yeah,
mean, the what I know is anything sealed, right, is going to go up no matter what. But anytime, you're looking at, just a single card, it's kind of like looking at the stock market, unfortunately. You just never know what's going to happen there.
right, right. And I mean, and if you go back and you look at some of the EXs from, like, okay, if you go back and look at XY, right? Like, let me just pull this up on my phone because I don't want to mess my computer up because that will happen. But you go back to let's say XY, and just we're gonna say generations, right? You've got your Venusaur EX, just the low end Venusaur EX is almost $11 right now. Of course, it's a
Hmm.
Venusaur, so it is what it is. But we've got all these new Mega Venusaurs. I have a stack, and you've got the Mega Venusaur in generations that's $26.
Hmm.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
and if you think about it, let's take a look at, I don't know. I want to pick one that's not a huge set that people like chase. Let's go look at maybe XY base. Who collects XY base? Again, there's a Venusaur, $6.
Hmm.
Um, anything else in here? Blastoise, of course, $11. And these are the low ends. That Emolga is $8. So it just kind of makes me like it makes me think about future. Yveltal, almost $16. Skarmory, almost $5.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
it
believe it. Yeah.
it kind of makes you think about these things that we're collecting and putting in our trade binders. Like should we, are there any of these that we should actually be setting aside and putting in a box somewhere and just hoping that 5 years down the road they're going to be worth more.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's always kind of interesting to see how, the singles kind of, they go up and down over time. And one of the things I know that has stayed, consistent, the fan favorites will always kind of hold like some weight as far as,
Yeah.
whatever price they're going for and stuff like that. So,
And now that I'm
so
thinking
any,
about it, I'm
yeah.
sitting here thinking to myself, like, maybe I do need to go through that EX binder and just start a box somewhere and just put some of the fan favorite EXs away and forget about
Hmm.
them for a few years.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the best things you can do, right?
Yeah.
Just store it all away and don't touch it. And then, however many years you want to wait, oh yeah, look at that stuff's worth a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish we got earnings calls from each individual card. Oh my goodness, could you imagine? We need like the C-SPAN of like the Pokemon card market. That would be hilarious.
Oh, Ernie's getting us a new guest set up. Okay. He's got
Yeah, I see that. I think he's pretty happy to do
yeah,
that.
I love that. Absolutely. That's exciting. Pokehex. I don't believe I've ever talked to Pokehex.
Yeah, I haven't really spoken much to him. I did just purchase some stuff from him, but that's probably like one of those like one and done situations. But you know, just to show support, you know. But
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love going in and just supporting people, and I try to make my rounds. Everybody knows that I have my solid streamers that I'm in stream on a regular basis.
yeah,
And then
I've
I
noticed it
have
changes over time for me
right,
at
and then I
least.
have a handful of people that I just kind of bounce in and out of and say hi and buy some stuff and you know come back to a month later and buy something else. And then we have people like
Mhm.
UPV that carries things that I absolutely have to have. And so I jump in a stream and buy, 10 boxes of the same thing.
Mhm.
I
Yeah. I
may
know
be
I believe
obsessed.
it.
Dude,
Yep.
okay. So you're one of the few streamers that I see doing Korean and Chinese.
Mhm.
Nobody else really does it. Smokey Mon will have some. He does the Japanese, and every now and then we'll have the Chinese to bring out. But besides Missions, you're one of the few people that has Korean available, and I just want to say thank
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
because a lot of people aren't interested in the other languages.
Mhm.
But I
Oh yeah.
think that it's coming to a point that if you have a true appreciation for the art and the set, that might be the more um, feasible route to go as far as money goes.
Yeah. It certainly is, especially from my perspective, right? Because it's cheaper for me to buy it. But um no, I started with the Korean cards back in, oh goodness, 2024. It was one of my first ever live streams. I opened Korean Battle Styles and a Korean Fusion Strike, and I was really
Wow.
happy with my boxes. They were funny to open, right? Because you know we saw a theme of, okay, we pulled an EX, then we pulled a VMAX or a V, and then a VMAX, and then the Rainbow, and it was like, okay, we kind of see what's going on here. You know, whatever you pull, that's probably what you're gonna get. You know, like that's going to be your hit of the box or whatever. But no, I think that especially from the Korean, you know, TCG area, there's a lot more attention on the Korean cards now, and I think that it's gonna take a while, but Korean is never gonna reach like the you know the plateau. It's gonna plateau eventually here, but as far as like comparing it to like Japanese Pokemon cards, because you know Japanese is everywhere, English is everywhere. Korean's always been like kind of like the third like redheaded stepchild. Like no one's ever really paid that much attention to it. They acknowledge its existence, but they don't really like talk to it or anything. They don't, you know, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, they live here too, kind of thing, right? So, but with Korean, like the important thing to remember is that you know the printing quality is basically the same as Japan,
Yeah,
and that's because for a while Korean Pokemon cards were made in Japan. Now, not all of them are made in Japan today, only like a minority percentage, right? Most of the cards are produced, Korean cards are produced in South Korea now, but they still share, you know, responsibilities with Japan. Um,
yeah,
so the quality is there. The artwork, again, you've said it before. I've said it a bunch on my, you know, platform. It's like the artwork is the same. If you want to, you know, spend less money on this stuff and you don't care about playing the game, just buy the other languages. Now, I will say when it comes to you know, like graded stuff, this is where I'm kind of like contradicting myself because I like to collect English slabs, but I don't like to collect, you know, Japanese or you know, any other language of a slab because at the end of the day, if, you know, I want to take a look at it, like even though I don't play the game, do kind of like to be able to read the cards, but raw cards, singles, I think it's perfectly okay, right? Especially in my case, I put them in a binder. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like I'm not using them to play the game. They're just there for my enjoyment. And depending on how I get them, right? You could be reminiscing kind of thing. That's what our, budget challenge binder is for, right? Just kind of going through that and just remembering all the good times about that. And of course, the channel is a great way to keep all that documented. So
Sure.
yeah, like I'm always trying Chinese cards though.
Oh,
Man, oh man, I don't know what's going on with those. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, they always get the best products, the best artwork. I mean, oh my goodness, we were
and they're
opening sets up the other
exclusives.
day. Yeah, you cannot find them in any other language. I mean, they've got what is it, a Sylveon exclusive
Yep.
SAR out of the Terrastal, I think they call it Gathering.
Yep.
And it is a huge, huge special art rare. And it's like $900.
I know,
And
it's
it's like,
crazy.
it's a Chinese card.
Yeah. No, and I'm definitely been getting into the Chinese lately too. I've opened boxes of the set is called Final Flame Dance. And it's
Mm-hmm.
essentially Evolving Skies without the evolutions. So it's got the Sleepy Dragonite in it.
Mm-hmm.
I will never own that card in English. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
it's.
just no way. And it's a beautiful card, and I want the card. But I will sure
Mm-hmm.
as hell spend $30 a box on this Chinese set and try to chase it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I like about the Chinese and the Korean and these sets is that you're guaranteed hits. So if you ever just want to feel good about ripping packs, Chinese and
Mm-hmm.
Korean is the way to go. You will not feel bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I mean the price per pack, like you said, I mean it is much cheaper. I mean, outside of like the few, non-English slabs that I do own, it's like, yeah, the majority of my stuff's English, so it's like, that's where I'm probably gonna get price gouged a little bit, right? I'm gonna, you know, take the hit of the secondary market, but I don't know. For the most part, like, I don't know, I try to keep kind of like a diverse collection, right? So I don't know. There's different avenues you can take with that.
Sure.
Puck says, since you prefer English slabs, I'll gladly take that PSA one Zekrom off your hands. It is Japanese, isn't it? It's hard to tell at the end of the day, right? Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't even
Alaria is
know
saying,
what
"I'm
that
so
would
sad the
be.
Chinese mousehold and ponytail will never be in English." The thing is, that's Gem 5, the ponytail, and I'm assuming the mousehold is too. I think Gem
Mm-hmm.
5 is not terribly. It's like I think I saw it for $45 a box on Poke Unlimited,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I've ripped one box of it, and I do intend to get two, maybe three more boxes of it eventually. But yeah, no, that
Mm-hmm.
ponytail. The ponytail was that Gem? No, that's Gem 4. It is Gem 4. I've seen it pulled
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
one
Gen 4.
time, and that card is so up there in price right now. It's insane.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, that's yeah. When it comes to the gem packs and stuff, though, those kind of I think laid the groundwork because you didn't really see a whole lot of attention on Chinese boxes because Chinese booster boxes and packs and all that they've been around for a couple of years now, right? They started in 2024, but it was really just they were trying to catch up to English, so that's why you see a lot of you
Yeah,
know, like you're like, what set is this in English? And you're like, oh, it's Twilight Masquerade, but it's also temporal and it also has some shrouded. What the hell's going on?
I know.
It's because they're trying to catch up and they're like, just put everything in there. It's like, oh, sir, what set should we put in here? Yes. It's
Well,
like, okay, that's
I think
great. So
I think
yeah,
China was still in the Sword and Shield era as of like last year, right?
yeah, yep,
Like the
absolutely. And because you think like in order to maintain such a market, like when it comes to these newer boxes, that's how they kind of have like a grip on the market. Is they give them the exclusive artworks, and no one can get them anywhere else in any other language. And so that's kind of the scenario that we're faced with. It's like eventually the price of the packs is going to catch up with the exclusive artwork. In this case, I know that the what card is it? Like the Carmine from Brilliant
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy. I know that one's
Yep.
going for a few hundred, and it's just like, a box of, Brilliant Fantasy is like $30 right now, but it's only a matter of time before the stuff goes up. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, if you look at it, certain perspectives, you're gonna find that you know it's gonna do the same behavior as with English. So if you get it now, you can kind of like save a little bit on it. So
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned you Brilliant Fantasy, and I think it's some people call it Brilliant Illusions too. Um,
yep,
uh,
yeah,
like and I know you watch her channel too. Like Crystal Collects, I absolutely adore her.
amazing. Oh my
She is
goodness,
amazing.
yes.
And a huge shout out her to her. She'll probably never hear this podcast, but huge shout out to her. Um, if you guys don't know who she is, please go check her out. Her site is amazing too. She provides card lists for I think everything in like Korean, Japanese, Chinese. But it was her
Hmm.
channel that I saw the Brilliant Illusions on. I went and I looked at the card list and I saw that Carmine and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have it.
Hmm. Yep. And then, like I
And
said, it's only, yeah.
it's also got the Milotic in it, the Milotic SAR from
Yep.
Surging, which is
Uh-huh.
like the only SIR from Surging that I really truly want. But
Hmm.
it's such a pretty set, and I've been debating on whether or not to try to buy the set or to start working on it. And then I won those packs from you the other day, and I'm like, well, shit, now I have to.
I mean, yeah, that could happen sometimes, right? I know, like with the gem pack stuff, I opened a gem pack volume one. I opened like two of those boxes. I forget where I got them from. Maybe it was a card party, but I was like, yeah, these are fun, and then I never opened them again. And then gem pack two came out, and I opened like seven of those, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And now those are like $100 a box,
Yep.
or it's closing in on it. And I don't know, gem pack four, yeah, I can consistently find those for like 20 to 30 bucks.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know what? There's one, you know, exclusive in there, and it's a ponyta, but hey, it works for me. So,
Yeah. And but somebody was talking about it earlier, the Cubone, the Cubone IR from I think it was Gem 3.
mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
uh,
That was
I
a
don't quite
card.
remember actually.
It's so pretty. It's the two Cubones. They're sitting on like the ledge of a bridge, and it's such a beautiful card. It's like got a pink and purpley background, and it's like the perfect couple card. And it
Mm-hmm.
so much so that I actually bought it for my husband for Valentine's Day because Cubone is one of his favorite Pokemon, and I don't even
Mm-hmm.
have it for my own set. And
Oh my gosh.
I bought it for him $90 off of eBay. The only eBay purchase
Mm-hmm.
I've ever made in my entire life. And now I'm like, I should have bought two because it's up there to like, I'm guessing, I think it was like $300 the last time I looked. It was up there with the Gengar.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
yeah. That Gengar was crazy as well. I remember it was like you could, there was a string of videos going around, and this person like bought a box at a vendor table, ripped it, pulled the Gengar, traded it back, got a couple more boxes, and they just kept hitting it.
I saw
Um,
that
I
video.
yeah, I forget the creator's name, so my apologies, but yeah, that was a good show. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah, and like that Gengar's hard to pull. And how did this chick walk up and pull
Yeah, she
one
got
right
like
after
two or
the
three
other?
of them.
I mean, it was two or three. I mean, it was insane. I'm like, oh my God. And she was just trying to get one card. Oh man. But yeah, that
Yeah.
Gengar is gorgeous and I want it. But again, a card that I'm probably not gonna ever be able to buy now. It's kind of one of those gem sets that I'm trying to like go back and find the singles, but it's so hard to find. And that's the only downfall I think to Korean and Chinese is that there's no real good place to buy the singles if you're trying to complete a master set on these sets.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and that's something that you know, whenever I open these sets for myself, that's also something I kind of keep in mind. It's like even though English is expensive, right now it's technically the most available to try and complete a master set. So,
Right.
anytime I'm able to do that, you know, Japanese takes me a lot longer. I don't think I'll ever try to complete a Korean master set, but hey, if it ever happens, it happens.
Oh, I'm going in hard on White Flare right now. Korean White Flare.
Yeah. Oh, those are
Because why
such
not
good
aim high?
sets.
Why not aim high?
Oh.
I'll probably never. I am working on trying to master set at least Black Bolt, and eventually I'll try White Flare in
Mhm.
English. But it's crazy. That stupid Victini.
Yeah, and they printed it in both sets. Like, oh my goodness.
Why would they do
It's
that?
like, what? It makes no sense.
They had better pay their marketing person the big bucks. Whoever said, let's print the same card and put it in two different sets, and like, really?
Yep. Yeah,
Oh
because
my
that's
God.
how that's how you get people going, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It is crazy though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I wish the availability on Korean and Chinese singles was better at some of these shows, and maybe some of these uh, vendors, anyone that's vending out there, just saying, have a stack
Yeah.
because there might
There
be
you
someone
go.
there interested.
There you go.
There just might be someone there that's interested. Look at this. ALB is in the Rip Chill hangout right now instead of
Well,
over here in the podcast where he's supposed to be. What a doofus.
yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just going back and reading some of the comments here. I have a feeling like Jordan's got something big for me, and I'm really getting anxious to see what this. I have a feeling I know what it is, and I have a feeling like
Mhm.
I know what I'm sending him for it.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is going to be a big one. If it's what I'm thinking, it's going to be a big one.
There you go.
Man. Well, we have just about hit our 2 hour mark, and that's always exciting to see a 2 hour mark on this podcast.
Hey, there you go. Hell yeah.
Jordan said, really big. The question is, Jordan, which one do you want for it? Are we talking prismatic big or phantasmal big? He said you should go look. Or are we talking both big? We've been working on a quiet deal in the background.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Nice.
knows my goal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. We've been talking about this Crown Zenith master set. That my goal, I would love to have it finished by or at card party.
Oh, okay.
And
And yeah, you're missing the big ones you said
yep,
earlier.
I'm missing that Giratina for starters. And the Mewtwo. Uh-oh, could be both
Mhm.
big.
Could be.
So I have a nice PC Center prismatic ETB and a Phantasmal PC ETB that I
Hmm.
was planning on taking with me, but I have a feeling like they're going to end up in Jordan's hands.
There you
Oh
go.
yes, yes, yes. Well, I have it. I really enjoyed talking to you today. I really appreciate you accepting the last minute invite because I'm also a doofus and I like to procrastinate sometimes. But to be
Yep.
fair, I've had a busy summer, so I do really appreciate you coming on and talking to us today.
Yeah, no problem. Always good to have conversations with you guys. I mean, uh, seems like, got a great schedule here, and yeah, I've checked out some of the other episodes too, so can't wait to see what you guys have in store for the upcoming episodes.
I know. And before we go, have you been working on any plans for season 3 yet?
Oh my goodness. So let's make a trade. Okay, so right now we're kind of like right in the middle of season 2, right? We're about to reach episode 6, and all I can tell you right now is that I don't have any tentative plans right now for season 3, but the remainder of season 2, starting with episode 6, is going to be one for the ages, right? Let's just say I'm going to be bringing in themes
Oh,
for the episodes, and there's going to be a little bit more on the line with each episode as well. The goal is to hopefully have more winners, better prizes, but I'm also going to be introducing another challenge element that I think people are going to like, and it's going to provide a little bit of extra, suspense and tension.
I am liking what I'm hearing. And I really
Yep.
look forward to Sundays because it's definitely Sundays are a big day for me. You're on at 1:30, Smokey's on at like 11:30, and then Owl comes on at like 6. So Smokies are, or Sundays are a big day for me when it comes to streams, and I think it's probably one of my favorite days. So
Hmm. There you
yes, I
go.
definitely appreciate the entertainment and the good times that you provide for us. So everybody, please make sure you go check out Habit on Sundays, 1:30 Central for Let's Make a Trade, and Tuesdays usually what 6?
Usually like around 6 or 7 o'clock, right? In the
Yeah,
central, that is. Yeah.
for
We
your
have
binder
our little
builds and
binders.
just
Yep.
just fun, laid back, chill stream. So I expect to see
Hmm.
you all in there on Sunday. Except for I don't know if I'll be there Sunday because I'll be away, but I'll be going in and checking on everybody.
Hmm.
So, all right,
But
well,
yeah.
Habit, thank you again so much for coming in and talking to us, and yeah,
All right, sweet. Thanks a lot,
yeah,
guys. And
yeah. Thank you
yeah,
guys
have
for. Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, have a great rest of the week. A lot of fun, and yeah, can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, me too. All right, thank you guys for joining, and we will see you all on the next one.
Thank you.